Yo, this your boy Ernest Miller, aka Excalibur, owner of Train So Art University, also Shop Talk and the Mill Experience. You are now watching the Michael Finkley Show. Check him out.
If I can make it through the night, just to see a brighter side, 'cause I've been working all my life just to make.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Michael Finkley Show. Thanks for joining us today. Y'all, I'm just so still excited about season 4. It's just something about this season. I don't know. I love all the rest of the seasons, but I don't know. Something about this season, it just has me so giddy. I don't know. So I'm just going to enjoy the moment. I'm going to enjoy the moment. I hope that you're enjoying the ride as well. Y'all know I love music, right? I'm not a professional singer, but I can hold a note, okay? Go to my Instagram and you'll see, all right? I did some quote-unquote nationwide commercials. I'm trying to get their attention. Listen. And I can hold a note. You let me know. Let me know what you think. All right. Be nice. Let me know what you think. But I love music in every way because it heals, it motivates, and inspires in various ways. So our guests today, they are bringing the music on and why music is so important to them. We have DJ Suspense, and we also have rapper and songwriter K Sparks with us. So don't you go away. More incredible stories right here on the Michael Finkley Show. Back in a moment. Coming up, we have K Sparks with us. Don't you go away.
I put my trust in you.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Sunday Best Season 5 winner Joshua Rock is here, and you are tuned into the one and only Michael Finkley Show.
We still
On an all-new Michael Finkley Show. These two individuals are following their dreams in 2022. Rapper-songwriter J Bunny and entrepreneur Kyrie Robeson. Next Finkley. Monday. School districts, organizations, nonprofits. Are you in search of a new promotional products company? Seekers Promotional Products is a Black-owned national company with over 780,000 products to choose from. Compared to other promotional products companies, they have the lowest prices in the industry. From pens, bags, shirts, they got you covered. They always remember that you are the customer and you come first. They always promise fast production and also fast delivery. With Seekers Promotional Products Company, you truly have the best. Check out their website at seegerspromotions.com and also on Facebook and LinkedIn. And tell them Finkley sent you. Everybody, welcome back to the Michael Finkley Show. Now, y'all, my next guest, he is a rapper, he's a songwriter, he's a businessman, and y'all, the list goes on and on and on and on because the dude is on his grind. He is K Sparks. K, thanks for being with us today.
Anytime, man. Anytime, brother. Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it, brother. Anytime.
Definitely. And I came across your profile on these Instagram streets, and I saw what you were doing. I'm like, oh my gosh, this dude is authentic. He's real. He's genuine, and it shows through his music. That's how you can really tell because you put your heart and soul into it. So I'm like, I got to have him on. I want to hear. I want to hear this dude's story. So tell me this: K Sparks and Kyle Hunter. How are they alike? How are they different?
Wow. Well, I think that K Sparks and Kyle Hunter, to be honest with you, are like one and the same. Mm-hmm. I always grew up in a musically based household. So my father, he was a jazz player. My mom, she was heavy in the church, like Pentecostal. So I had a fusion, reality. So it was jazz music. We had Miles Davis, Billie Holiday on one side, John Coltrane. Then you had Shirley Caesar. You had all these influential gospel icons, so that was the melting pot. And then what happened was growing up in Queens, everybody knows like Queens is the Mecca for like, hip hop, all these different things. So, I mean, we had Run DMC, we had Cool G Rap, LL Cool J, Nas. I mean, all these different cultural influences musically. So it was just like a big melting pot musically for me. So that's why I say like K Sparks and Kyle Hunter are one and the same because, it's for me, it's not a persona. You know, like that's just who I am. The only difference is the name, to be honest with you, you know, the moniker. So at the end of the day, it's like my music is the blueprint to my life. So, you know, that pretty much outlines everything. And I think that's why like my fans, they really gravitate towards my content, because it's relatable and it talks about lots of different things that people can kind of just vibe to, like on a humanistic level.
Exactly. That's what happened when I listened to it. I know as a first time listener just a few weeks ago, and I'm like, yeah, why haven't I discovered this dude? Like, I'm glad I discovered it now. And let's go a little bit more in depth with your style. How does that process work with you? Because your style is very unique. How would you describe it?
Yeah, I call it life music. So, you know, you got a lot of musicians, like they try to cater to a specific style. So you got gangster rap, you got conscious rap, you got backpack rap. There's layers to those things. So being a backpack rapper means it's like I'm a rapper's rapper. Like, you know, I'm more concerned with like lyrics and all these different things. Like I want to out rap everybody. Gangster rap is just really glorifying the gang lifestyle, the gang component, you know. Then in terms of like just conscious rap, it's like, you know, you make a conscious effort to be mindful of the things that you say. I call mine life music because life encompasses everything. So, you know, I don't cater to one thing. It's life music. Like whatever happens on that particular day, then that's what can be reflected in the art, because that's important. It's like you want to show people the duality of life. You know, some days are good, some days are bad. Some days you're spiritual, some days you're ready to go to war. So these are just the dualities, the dynamics that I show in my music.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, it does show and it's relatable. And that's why you're at the tier where you are now. How do you keep yourself motivated during time? Because especially there's so many artists out there and they're trying to compete against one another. And we have those, like you said, we have those life experiences. We have those good days, those bad days. But how does K Sparks keeps us motivated in his music?
Well, you know, for me, you know, and not to be arrogant, but I don't really have competition. My only competition is myself, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you run your own race. You don't get caught up in what other people are doing, because that's when you lose sight of what's as important. And the reality is that, like, there's a saying I love. It says, don't let the internet rush you, because not everyone is posting their failures. So, you know, a lot of it is cap, right? Everybody's like so successful. Everything is so glamorous, but you never know what people are going through behind the scenes. So, you know, you can't get caught up in semantics and what everyone else is doing. You run your own race. And I always say, as long as you are better than the person you were last year, then you're going in the right direction. Whatever adjustments you got to make, whether that's health, whether that's your mental, whether that's, you know, spiritual, whatever it is, as long as you're on a constant trajectory of growth, then you're in the right path, man. That's all that matters.
That's a word right there, my friend. It really is. And you have to, going back what you said, you know, many don't post their failures. And so let's talk about some of your failures, right? A lot of people see the good always. They see the glamour, they see the music, they see the fame. But was it always easy for you?
No, you know, so for me growing up, I grew up, like I said, in the 80s. Growing up in the inner city of New York in the 80s was most famous for negativity, which is the crack era. That was a duration of time where narcotics were being flooded into minority-based communities. So when we grew up, pretty much like an average day for us going to school was having to walk through the park. But when we walked through the park, there's a bunch of like crack vials. Like it was just insane. So like, you know, we would hear the vials like crack under our sneakers as we would walk to school, you know. And then not to mention, it's like the high rates of addiction, substance abuse. You know, a lot of people were addicted to this substance. So then that affects the family structure. I saw a lot of friends that I had, you know, mom strung out on drugs, father not there, people getting killed, high increased rates of violence, because obviously when you have that narcotic in your community, you know, you got all kinds of things going on. So those formative years, we saw a lot growing up. You know, it wasn't the best of times, but I always say, like, you know, your struggles don't make you bitter, they make you better. So we grew through that, you know, like we had choices. You know, you can always basically like, you know, you can choose your actions, but you can't choose your consequences, right? So we made sure that our actions growing up, and when I say we, I'm talking about me and my brother, you know, God rest his soul, he's dead now, but you know, we made choices at that time to make sure that we would actually be on a positive path, you know. So it was hard times, you know, growing up in that neighborhood, you know, seeing what we saw, you know.
Yeah. And I've learned through experience and still learning on this life 32 years later, right, that it's all working together for our good, right? The good, the ugly, it works together. We may not see it at the time, but it does work together. So at what point in your career, you've had a successful career thus far, since you've been active into this awesome industry, what success have you seen to make you think, right, at this point, I made it? Or have you ever thought about it? Or do you think about it of just making it? What does personal success look like?
Wow, you know, it's funny. OG always told me, he said, listen, it's important to always be uncomfortable being comfortable. So that's not to say that you're not grateful, right? And that necessarily you're not appreciative of where you are, but you always have to have that mentality of hunger and for constant evolvement, constant growth. So I never felt that, like, no matter what happened, like I never feel that way. Like I always feel like there's so much more to do and so much more to accomplish. And it's funny because, you know, every now and then, if I'm listening to music and then like my music will come on, and I'll be like, wow, I forgot about that song, man. Cause I got so many records, right? I think I maybe did like 1,000 records to date. So it's like, I'll be like, oh, I forgot about that record. That was pretty cool. You know, I'm like, yo, I like that, you know, like, but then it's like on to the next, you know, it's just I'm always looking to, you know, I'm just a person, I'm a thinker. I love to constantly evolve. I love to meet new people. I love to share ideas. I love just a constant state of growth. You know, I call it the trilogy: mentally, spiritually, you know what I'm saying, physically. Like that's the trilogy right there, just a constant improvement. So I never feel that way, to answer your question. Like I'm always evolving, you know?
I love it. Constant improvement, always evolving. So what are you working on now?
Wow, man. So this year I got like 8 albums coming out this year. So yeah. That's like
why? Because I know back a few years ago, you had a song come out every week for a year.
Yeah.
I'm working on 8 albums this year.
Yeah, well, they're done. All of the albums are done. Yeah, so now we just releasing the albums right now. So yeah, it's so many records. It's so much music going on. This month, January 28th, we got Universal Records putting out the record with the Temptations. So that's for their 60th anniversary album. Yeah, that's going to be a big record. So everybody listening, check out that record. It's track 1 on their album too. It's called Let It Rain. And I think, the only 2 features on there, like me and Smokey Robinson, are like the only features on the whole album. So yeah, it's going to be a fire record, man. So that's January 28th. Next month, I have a project coming out with Vocalist, who is huge over in Germany. I think like last year he had like 72 million streams or something like that. So we got a project coming out. I got a project coming out with West Mad over in Madrid, Spain. That's coming out. I got a project coming out with Kurt Stewart. I got a project coming out with Silk Beats. I got the projects got projects, man. Right? I'm trying to keep up with all these projects I got coming out, man. But yeah, we got some dope stuff. Oh, and shout out to Cursa over in Paris. We got a project coming out too, man. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wow. More success to you, my friend. And you have seen it, and you work with a lot of people as well. Who do you still want to work with?
Wow, man. You know, a lot, unfortunately, like a lot of people that I want to work with are deceased, you know. So like one of my favorite artists was like Tupac Shakur, like of all time. That was like one of my favorite artists. You know, very fond of his music. Who else, man? I mean, everybody else nowadays is like, they're cool. You know what I'm saying? And my mentality is like, if we do a record, cool. If we don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I did collabs with so many people. Like, I mean, one of the best records I like, me and Kid Cudi, you know what I'm saying? Like we did our record, Take 'Em High. Wow, I worked with so many people, man. I worked with Nick Cannon. I worked with, well, I mean, the list just goes on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, one of my favorite artists, Ahmad, I worked with him. If people don't remember, he had that song Back in the Days When I Was Young, I'm Not a Kid Anymore, but some days I sit and wish I was. It's one of my favorites. Yeah, we had a record. So yeah, man. Yeah, it's just, I mean, I've really worked with most of the people I wanted to work with, to be honest with you,
Not many people can say that in a lifetime.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That is amazing. How can they follow you and find you on social media?
Wow. Well, I mean, yeah, if anybody wants to follow me, Twitter is KSparks TV. On Instagram is KSparks Music. And then if they want to go to the website, KDOT sparks.com. And yeah, man, just keep it locked, man. We got a lot of stuff coming. We got something coming on CBS actually pretty soon. Some more stuff on BET and Netflix. So, because we do a lot of music for like TV and film too. So, just keep it locked, man.
All right. Y'all heard it here, y'all. Keep an eye out on him. For real. He is none other than K Sparks. Thank you, K, for being with us and telling us your experiences in your words. We appreciate you, sir.
Man, anytime, brother. More life, more blessings, man.
That's it. We're always paying it forward. Thank you so much, sir. Y'all, don't go away. Back in a moment. Next is to do with the moves. DJ Suspense is with us. Don't you go away. Need a little motivation? Timothy Clifton is with us every week on Mondays to get your week started with a little motivation, all here on the Michael Finkley Show. Keeping your skin flawless and clean is important, and I have the products just for you. Welcome to Mimi's Natural Pantry, where she specializes in homemade handcrafts, including rye and goat milk soaps, body butters, and sugar scrubs. All items are handmade products. All items have simple ingredients and are vegan friendly. In a world where you can barely pronounce many of the ingredients in your everyday products, Mimi's Back to Nature offers an alternative choice for those who are ready to get back into nature. Ready to order? Visit their website at mimisnaturalpantry.com. All orders over $50 have free shipping up to 25 pounds. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Michael Finkley Show. Now, y'all, my next guest, I have to introduce him correctly because he is my dear fraternity brother. He is a producer. He's a model. And y'all, he's a DJ. Y'all, it's DJ Suspense.
Yeah. What's up?
What's up?
I am good. I'm so glad to talk with you. Have the opportunity to chat with you, brother. Always, anytime for you, for the fraternity, for the love of the brotherhood.
All day, every day. All day, every day, bro. All day,
yes,
every day.
Sir.
I've been watching you for a long time via Facebook, and you have been putting down the moves. You have been making people happy because that's what music does, right?
That's what it's all about.
It motivates, it inspires, and you've been doing a great job with it. So thank you for this awesome ministry that you have.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And that is exactly how I tend to look at it and talk about it. Music is a ministry. I mean, it doesn't matter what the genre is. At some point, somebody is going to feel something. They're going to experience something, they're going to remember something, or they're going to use the music to forget something that they don't want to think about, at least for that moment in time. All of those things can apply around music. And that's one of the reasons why I love doing what I do. It's not a job. It is just fun and a pure joy to be able to share musical experiences with anyone who listens.
Exactly. And that's what you've been doing. And again, thank you. Don't stop, because we still need you.
Yeah, I'm here for the long haul.
Thank you. So I must ask, what has music done for you?
Oh my God. Just like anybody else, I'm a human. I have highs, lows, ups, downs, things I want to celebrate. I mean, I can't think of a single instance of anything that's happened in my life or an experience or something that I've witnessed where there isn't something that is musical that either reminds me of that moment or, like I said, kind of embraces me and keeps me either sane or whole or able to, kind of think clearly. Music has done, everything for me with respect to my mental stability, especially during this pandemic. It's one thing to entertain yourself. But I mean, I can really entertain myself. Not only can I create something, but I can take something that's been created and turn that into something that maybe people haven't heard before. So music is everything. It's life, it's love, it's everything. And it is everything to me.
I love it. I love it. Again, it shows, sir. It definitely shows. So
I
many
appreciate that.
people, yeah, awesome. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Many people look at DJs and they'll look at them and they'll say, I can do what they do. But you all do a lot, right? You do a lot for a crowd. You have to keep them motivated,
Sure.
you have to keep them hyped. You keep the music playing. How
Sure.
hard is it to be a DJ? How hard is that?
I don't want to be disingenuous and say it's not hard.
Mm-hmm.
And I think some of the reason why it's not hard, it depends on the amount of love that you have for music, right? So I enjoy actually walking into a club or into a venue and kind of seeing people standing around looking like I will not participate. Because then that becomes an opportunity for me to try to figure out how I'm going to move and motivate them to participate in the experience of the event or the venue. And so that's really what the goal is. I always go into an event or a set, or even when I DJ online, with the understanding that there's somebody sitting around, not really prepared to enjoy the good time that I'm willing to put down. And so it's my job to make sure that I give everything that I have and put it down as best as I can so that it will inspire somebody who may not necessarily be that motivated to participate. And so that's the approach that I take with every event or venue, whether it's 10 people or 10,000, my goal is to have all 10 or all 10,000 of those people, in a form of movement and appreciation of the music. I don't create all of the music. So it's taking something that somebody else has created and not only motivating myself, but motivating people that are listening and piquing their interest. And so hopefully that's what I'm doing. That's what I try to do.
You're not trying, you are doing. You are doing.
I like that.
And you piqued the interest of many, especially during the pandemic, as we were all at home. And again, you tune in on Facebook. If you missed it, you missed it, but you still have time to catch up, right? You go on his Facebook, right, and he's just jamming away. And I don't know if it's a part of your act. I've seen the comments, from people commenting on your post. This dude is 52 years old.
Get ready to be 53. Yes.
We will be 53 this year.
Yes, right.
Shirt off, chilling, doing what he needed to do. Right? I'm like, good Lord, bro. Like, put some clothes on. You making me look bad, bro. Like, for real. You doing what you do. What keeps you motivated and continuously doing this?
It's funny you should ask that because every Sunday when I'm not working an event, I always say, I'm going to take this off. I'm just going to relax. I'm going to chill. Today, I'm going to, do a day for me. And as we talked and mentioned earlier in our pre-conversation, I'm very social. I'm on social media. I read the comments. I check the messages, the emails, all that stuff. And invariably, whenever I get in my mind, now today's the day that I'm going to take off, I literally will get a message saying, hey, I listened to your music yesterday. You saved my life. I was going to fill in the blank. And I'm looking forward to seeing and hearing you again. You have no idea how you've inspired me. And then how do you not then, you know what I'm saying, stand up for a couple of hours and put that love out there? And invariably, the people are what motivate me. There are many times that I just don't, I'm gonna just be honest. I just don't feel like getting in the shower and, making myself look presentable and, all of that. If I could stand up there looking crazy and y'all didn't talk about me, I would probably do it. And I have done it a couple of times. But, outside of that, it's the people that motivate me and encourage me. And at the time where I feel like, I'm done for the day or for the week, somebody comes behind me and says, oh, no, you're not done. I need you. And I need them just like they need me. So the people that follow and listen like yourself and hopefully some of your viewership, I live off of you and your energy as well. So I know that was a long answer, but that's the truth. It's the people and knowing that people are listening and watching and enjoying. That's what motivates me.
They're watching, they're listening, definitely watching. It's amazing that the impact that you have on the people's lives again, because that's what music does for people. So how does DJing and modeling intertwine for you?
They don't. But I will say this. My manager, Joseph James Hall, he used to own a modeling agency. I've never modeled for his agency, But when he took me on and started managing me, he wanted a quick, fast track way of getting me out there, getting me exposed, and having people spark an interest in me. I mean, there are millions of DJs, tens of thousands, should say millions. There are tens of thousands of DJs. Why listen to me versus somebody else, especially when you're unknown? So the first thing that he did was he said, you're going to brush off some of your old modeling skills, and we're going to take some high resolution, fantastic photos, and we're just going to put that out there and put your name up, and we're going to spread that around and get them talking and buzzing about the imagery. And then you can actually DJ. So we're going to get you to, this is before Facebook Live and all that stuff had even kicked in fully. So then we're going to, find a site, post some of your music, and then we're going to use the pictures as cover art so that they'll visually have something to reference when they get ready to look for the mix. And so that's how we kind of made it work. I did the one thing that I knew I could do, model, and take hopefully a good photo, at least one that's interesting to look at. And then I layered my music underneath it so that you'd maybe give me a shot, to listen to the music. And now I'm kind of reverse that. I model because I'm a DJ and kind of a celebrity in some regards, and they'll put on their DJ Suspense, or AKA Tyrone Spencer, something to that nature, and that's always fun. But, what's a model? Probably always a model, even if you don't want to claim it. Not my favorite job.
I know, but
it's no mistake.
We take it all in stride. I get it. I definitely get it. So within what you've done thus far within your life, you have done some incredible things, including what we talked about. What else do you want to achieve?
Now I think as I get older, we already talked about my age. I now want to be in mixed company of other famous DJs. So that's kind of what I aspire to do now. I mean, I can bang out my own set for hours in a club, have 500,000 people in there dancing all night. But it's another thing to be with like Louis Vega or somebody of that caliber. And be on the stage with them and perform with them. I mean, I'm well entrenched in Detroit. I know all the heavy hitters out there. I go out there often. I DJ there often. So now it's just kind of expanding the network and hopefully landing on some stages with some other famous DJs so that I could, reintroduce myself to their audiences. Because I'm sure at some point they've probably heard my stuff, but they just aren't yet fans. And that's one way of kind of expanding the market. So that was a double answer.
Oh, wow. And so as you continue to build and grow and improve, that's what we do, right? With our crafts. When in the future, 20 years, 30 years from now, when people hear the name DJ Suspense, what do you want them to think about?
I honestly think about this all the time. Unfortunately, during the pandemic, I've had a lot of friends, DJs, who I love and who were dear and close to me that have passed away. Yeah. So it kind of puts into perspective, what their legacy is and was, and how it's being orchestrated and illustrated out in the sphere of music aficionados. And so for me, I want people to always remember how much I love the music, to the point where every show I'm hot and sweaty. I take my clothes off for the most part. Because I'm just so entrenched and into it. Some people ask me all the time, isn't it kind of cold in there? It's winter time. It's like, yeah, it was cold when I started. But by the time I got done doing what I do, I'm hot. I don't know about y'all. But I mean, I want people to remember that, I came in cold and left hot. And hopefully you did too. And you had a good time. I don't drink alcohol. I don't do drugs. So my fix is music. And so if I can, impart that on somebody and get them hooked and addicted. One of my favorite pictures on the earth is a picture of a record player with a needle looking like it's being injected into somebody's arm, like they're a music addict. And that's kind of what I want to be remembered as. I want to be remembered as the DJ that was dancing, having a great time, partying to his own music and inspiring and motivating us to enjoy the music too. And he was kind of hot and sweaty, and that's how I remember him. And that's how we love him.
That's how we love you, bro. That's how we love you. How can we follow you on social media?
So I am DJ Suspense, Suspence, and if you Google me on the Google machine, our professor said you should search me on the internet. That's a proper IT way of saying it. Search on the internet. You can choose Google if you'd like as your search engine. But if you Google DJ Suspense, you're going to see pictures. You're going to see links. I have a website, djsuspensenDC.com. If you go there, that will certainly give you all my Instagram, Twitter. I don't perform on Facebook anymore because Facebook has a Facebook police system that doesn't allow me to play my music. So in lieu of that, I play on Twitter. I do a live show just about every Sunday around 4 o'clock. You can follow me there. Now that's TR Spencer ND, because before I was DJ Suspense, I was still Tyrone. And I live in Maryland, right outside of DC. So that's why that name is there, in case people are always wondering, are you a doctor? No, I wish I were, but I'm not. But anything social, if you just Google or Yahoo or whatever whatever search engine you choose, DJ Suspense, make sure you put that C in there. You will find me. I promise you.
And that we will. Y'all have to point this out too. Our brother loved me so much, he wore his hair down for this interview.
I know. Yes, I did. Everybody that knows me knows I actually have really long. Well, actually, I have curly hair when it's short, and it gets a little straighter when it gets longer. And so I typically wear a ponytail. But for you, my brother, I said I am going to do the glam. I'm gonna wear my DJ T-shirt. I'm gonna have my hair down. I'm gonna give a different look, and just for my brother.
Thank you, bro. It's well appreciated. Thank you.
And I appreciate you.
Yes, sir, for sharing your wisdom, your knowledge, your words, in your words. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Don't go away. Back in a moment.
This is Michelle Ryder from The Circle Season 3, and you're watching The Michael Finkley Show.
Looking for a mentoring program for your young male between the age of 6 and 18 in Columbia, South Carolina? Well, look no further. Big Homie, Little Homie Mentoring Program is the program for you. Under the leadership of Mr. Jamal Stroud, Big Homie, Little Homie is a 501c3 nonprofit organization that caters and mentors at-risk youth that come from single-parent homes. The organization caters to young males between the ages of 6 and 18 within the greater Columbia area. The organization is devoted to shaping and molding their life into great men of society. Big Homie Little Homie organizes male gatherings, discussions, and even educational assistance devoted to guiding and leading them into a positive light. Making a positive attitude will help in transforming their life regardless of what is experienced in life. For more information on Big Homie Little Homie Mentoring Program, visit our social media outlets, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Hey everyone, the Inspire Me moment in 60 seconds. Today's thought is, you really have to love yourself to get anything done in this world. If I were to ask you, who loves you, baby, and one of those names isn't your own, there is a problem. You got to know who you are and whose you are to get where you need to go in life. Likes and a thumbs up don't equal love, but your self-worth is key to making it in this world. Hey, that's all I got for you today. Remember to do all the things on social media. Subscribe and share. Now go out and make today absolutely amazing. As always, thank you for doing all the social media things such as like, comment, follow, subscribe, and share this message on all your media platforms. Even more, hit the bell notification so you never miss a video or an upload.
Hey, how you doing? This is actor Keith Brown, and you're watching The Michael Finkley Show.
on an all-new Michael Finkley Show. These two individuals are following their dreams in 2022. Rapper, songwriter J Bunny and entrepreneur Kyrie Robeson. Next Finkley. Monday. Hello everybody, welcome back to the Michael Finkley Show. I hope that you learned something from our guest today. Thank you so much, K Sparks, and thank you so much, DJ Suspense, for being with us and sharing your stories about music and what it has done for you. I know I was inspired. I hope that you were watching were inspired as well. Thank you so much. If you're not already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Michael Finkley Show. Ring the bell for notification. We'll see you an email saying, hey, new content's uploaded. Please listen to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And for more information about what we do here on the show, visit our website at michaelfinkley.show.com. Again, our brand new home at YOU42. Visit the website YOU42.com and watch the Michael Finkley Show there every Monday and Friday, all day long. Monday and Friday. You can watch the episode after episode, all right? And again, look out for some exclusive things on YOU42 as well. Thank you so much for watching, and guess what? We'll see you next time. Have a good one.